Hi, thank you for being here with me, my tree lovers. It's always such a pleasure. Uh, so, today, what are we doing? We are talking about our inner wisdom and going to be connecting with that today. Hopefully, you are able to be outside with a favorite tree of yours. I know today, where am I? You can see I have right here. This is my lilac, and up above me I have it's actually my neighbor's pine. So that is where I am today. I'm back in my backyard again, and the weather is shifting a bit, so that's been very nice. Um, so, connecting, finding, being with, trusting, knowing your inner wisdom. Very important. How is this helpful? Well, it's very helpful for things like, what's the best school to put my kids in? Is it best, being that we're still in COVID, is it best if you have a mixed system where you can keep them home or anything like that? So parenting, anything for parenting. Health is another very, very good personal reason to engage more with your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, that trusting. So before we get into this a bit more, I want to have our very first meditation. And I want, what I want with this one is for you to always be able to let go of that outside world. Just let go and let everything else be. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing right now, is just connecting with ourself. Okay, so close your eyes, sit back, become comfortable, release everything else that is not right here in this moment for you. Taking a deep breath in and relaxing, releasing that breath, allowing your shoulders to drop, allowing your legs and your hips to become soft. Taking another deep breath in, all the way into your belly, feeling it expand in your hips. And ensuring that you fully exhale each breath that you take. And then slowly opening your eyes. And really, this time what I want you to focus on so much is being right here in this moment for you. So how do you do that? Look at your environment, whether you're inside or outside, but look at something. And I'm gonna use my glass of water here, okay? So what I'm going to do is know that I want to engage with this and be. And take a moment to feel what it's like to be the water. Feel what it's like to be the glass. Just be with it. If you need to say something, then anything like Thank you for how this glass feels. I am one with the glass. I am one with the water. That's how you really connect and how you bring in this moment right into you. Okay, so it's a very, very deep connection. Another thing that really helps with this is it's a technique of, or an action of, walking around at night. So, and normally it's at nighttime that you would do this. You would go around right before you go to bed, or whatever time works for you around that, and just walk around and say, I love this painting, and take a moment with it. Now let's also say that at that time you notice that there is a light that's out. One of the lights is out in your bathroom. So it's also a time that you would take note of, okay, tomorrow I'm going to fix that. And it's not anything that you would get angry with yourself over. It's just something that you would connect and say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this, because then my moment with this tomorrow, this job will be done. And so it's really a matter of trusting and connecting into this moment. So that's kind of a combination of two different things to do with it. One is, that's more of a fulfilling, checking things off of your list type of thing. But if you tie that in with your trusting of your being and being right here in this moment, then that is what helps to expand upon you living and being and expanding in your inner wisdom. Okay, so that's what, that combination of both of those will make a huge difference for you. So that's one thing to do. Notice your surroundings. It's the easiest thing to call it. Just notice your surroundings. Slow down with it and be in each moment in your surroundings. Also with that, notice, like I'm sitting outside and I'm sitting on a cushion, and noticing what it's like to sit. Do my hips hurt? Are they tight? Do my feet hurt? Do my knees? Do they absolutely feel amazing? Do my toes feel wonderfully connected right now because it's finally warming up out here and I can dig them into the grass? Things like that. Notice those subtle little things and slow down with them. Be with them. Okay? Take a breath as well, that full inhalation into your belly and into your low back, the one that we talk about a lot in here, just of connecting with that. Okay? The other thing to notice is what's your skin feeling like? Is it warm? Is it cold? Is it, I don't know, is it feeling different? Especially since I'm outside again right now, and I don't have a couple big coats on me keeping me warm. I notice those sensations a bit differently now of what my skin is feeling like and what my body is feeling like. If I'm not careful here, the sun's going to hit on me again, and then I'm going to get pretty hot, and that's when I always have to be careful, because I just about burn out my computer, so I have to watch out with that, right? Okay, so those are things that I would notice with where I'm sitting right now. So I invite you to do the same. If you are with a tree and maybe your back is up against the tree like that and you're fully supported that way, what does that feel like? How different does that feel if you were to sit forward and not be resting on the tree? Okay, so just notice the subtleties of that and expand upon what those feelings are like. Those are all amazing ways to expand and grow and to feel what your inner wisdom is like. Okay? Now, other ways to feel with that is it's the mind aspect. So, what's your mind thinking? Or are you thinking? Because this is really a good time to not be thinking, right? To just being and allowing, and to, take a breath and releasing again. It's how you come back to this moment, right? Always coming back to this moment, to your center, to your breath. Okay? So with those things in mind, I want to go into our next meditation now. And what I would suggest is to take one of the tips I have given. So let's say that you want to notice what your skin is feeling like with different temperature sensations on it. Okay, so I'll kind of show you here. Roll up my sleeves. And so it would just be a matter of feeling, just what's that like? And if you need to put your hand on your skin and maybe feel that your hand is warmer and the outside temperature is a bit cooler, then do that. Absolutely, do that, okay? But the idea with this is that you engage in this moment what it feels like. Okay, so that's one of the physical aspects with this. I'd also really like you to connect in with that breath, okay? Really, really. Maybe this time you're going to breathe a little bit deeper and push it into your low back a bit more, okay? So a couple different ways, whichever one resonates with you the most, that's the one I want you to do for sure. Definitely do that. But I want you to try new things as well, okay? And just push it just a little bit. So we're going to go into our second meditation now of expanding and noticing different aspects of our physical and our mental being so that we can expand upon our inner wisdom, okay? So please close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And notice the sensations around you. And if you've been working on one thing and wanting to expand upon another aspect of this, then now would be a really good time to switch over and try another sensation, whether it's physical or mental, and just work with that a little bit as well, just so you can practice different things, okay? Just expand and practice with it. So maybe this time, you're going to deepen your breath or whatever works best for you. Okay? But carry on with your meditations and your connections. slowly open your eyes. And, if you're with a tree, look at it. Take a moment. Take a moment with the tree. I'm going to kind of peek at my lilac behind me here. I can hardly wait until I have 4 lilacs in the yard, I think. 3 or 4. And I love lilacs. Love them. I have a Daphne as well, and when that thing is in bloom, when I can get all of them in bloom together, everything, we can open up the house and it just permeates everywhere. I love that. Makes me super, super, super happy. Okay, so I have talked about this before a little bit. I have a blog post out on it. I've done classes on this. But how do you notice this within your body? And what the blog that I have out now is Trusting Your Inner Wisdom, Finding Your Yes/No Response. And that is an absolutely amazing technique to learn how to trust even more that inner wisdom, just to compound on that. And so really quickly, just what that is, it's a matter of finding a yes response, and that would be, if you were to ask yourself a yes or no question, you would get that yes response. So something like, should I turn right to go to the grocery store? And you would then have a physical response, or they can be emotional as well, but it's some type of response that you would get that is your definite yes. So for me, really quickly, I just see up in the right side of my head, it says, it's a Y. It's a yes. That's what I get. So for me, it's pretty easy. A physical aspect with that, most people, it's that you lean forward. So this is yes. A no response, a lot of times those are the easier ones to find for you. Though for me, it's a no. I see an N. I see that. If it's the physical, then you go backwards like this. So this is your no response. And it does not have to be that exaggerated by any means. It's just sometimes it's a nod of the head or something like that. But just so you can find that. And again, I have more details on that blog, so I'll do my best to get that listed for you in here, so you can have easy access to that. But you just have to learn to trust, and that's why I really want you to take the time to slow down in each and every moment so that you can feel and know and be more present, be more here in this moment with yourself, with your thoughts, and that is what expands upon knowing your inner wisdom, trusting your inner self with that. Okay? So we've connected in a little bit more. We've let go of the outside world. We have talked about what it is, what this means, and a few different ways to work with it, and to expand upon it. And if you have any others that work for you, do that. Do it. Let me know about them too, because that's how I find out about different ways of doing this, because I have my way. I love hearing how you do it as well and what works for you, so that I can then further help other people with what works, or with different ways that you feel these types of things. So I think it's great. I love it when you share this information. Leave it in the comments, that type of thing. It's great. Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to go into our final meditation, where I already have pieces written up, intentions written up with that. I want you guys to so connect with this for yourself. And I think that, we've hit on this from a couple different angles, a few different times as well, because, just I've been doing meditation since I was 7. That's quite a long time. And I am always, well, and I've done, this is going into like my 26th or 27th year of doing things like this as a business. So not only personally for me, but guiding others with it. And I always learn new things. I always learn new things from you, which is so much appreciated. And I always learn new things about myself. So please don't ever think that, oh, I've learned it, I know everything, because I don't think that's, not that it's like a horrible thing, but to me, I'm always wanting to learn more. And that's what I want to share with you, is that love of learning, that love of being with nature, of caring for nature, being with trees, and being with yourself. Okay, so questions, yes, always ask. Ask them in the comments. I would love that. So whatever you want to work on, this is normally the better meditation to just sit back and let your body ease, let it connect even more, let it expand. Okay, and I'm going to go through and we'll go through the intentions. Okay, so a big deep cleansing breath this time. Focus more on the exhalation than the inhalation. And what that's like is a little inhalation, breathing out even more. Trusting your inner wisdom, trusting your mind, trusting your body, trusting in your yes-no responses. And knowing that you are filled with your personal wisdom to be love. So say back to yourself, I am filled with my personal inner wisdom to be love. You are filled with your personal inner wisdom to be peace. And what you can repeat back is, I am filled with my personal inner wisdom to be peace. You are filled with your personal inner wisdom to be you. I am filled with my personal inner wisdom to be me. You are filled with your personal inner wisdom to be love. You are filled with your personal inner wisdom to be peace. You are filled with your personal inner wisdom to be you. Please go ahead and take a deep breath and open your eyes. And if you're in a place where you want to stay longer, then please do so. If not, then please come back to your full awareness so that you are completely present within your body. One of the things I just kind of wanted to finish up with here as well is I know that you can hear a lot of what's going on around me as well. Like the big helicopter that just went overhead. And my outlook on all of that is that's real life. I know it would be ideal to have this perfectly quiet, absolutely no other outside sounds going on, birds chirping. That's great, and sometimes we can get that in life, but we can't always. And so the point with it being real life meditation is those sounds are going to happen. They're just going to happen. And if you have to allow that to always derail you and get you off of your ideal path of being with your inner wisdom, then that might be one of the things I would suggest to kind of focus on just a little bit. So let's say you hear that happening and it drives you crazy. Focus back on your breath. Take a breath, because this right here, this moment, this is what you're working on, not how annoying the helicopter is. I actually find them kind of peaceful. I'm used to them. Sometimes they're pretty low around here, and that I can wonder what's going on with. Another thing with all of this is, I don't know if all of you know, but I was running a meditation called Meditations, and that was a meditation done to metal music. It was great. COVID hit, can't gather, can't do all that stuff, so that meditation is in a massive state of flux as well right now. But how I learned how to do that and how I could piece all that together is my son is a drummer, and he is a metal drummer, and he will spend anywhere up to 4 hours a day or more sometimes drumming, practicing, and that's really intense drumming. So anyone that gets when I say I can meditate to blast beats for hours on end, I can do that. And that is, it's a major focus to be within yourself, to notice your outside surroundings and to take that in, but not to allow it to drive you crazy. Okay, so that's another great way. Not that I'm suggesting you need to do it to some, crazy ass Swedish death metal. No need to be doing that unless you want. But helicopters overhead, dogs barking, life happening around you. Center, breathe, trust within yourself. And that is how you further expand into the everyday aspects, to the brain chatter and everything else that goes on, okay? So that's how you do it. So, go be love, go be you, go be filled with peace, go in happiness, and go love some more trees, and go love yourself. And as always, I am super thankful you're here. I would love to see pictures of the trees around you. You are more than welcome to post them. That's totally fine to post images of trees. And I want to know your comments on this one too. What do you do? Because that can only help me. How do you notice your inner wisdom or that inner guidance? How do you notice these things within yourself? So let me know. I look forward to seeing you soon, and much love. Bye.